How you doing, guys? Chad here at the farm, and these are our two Old English Sheepdogs. The big hairy one here is Molly May, and the smaller one is Olive. Molly here is 2 years and a bit, and Olive, I think, just turned 9 months. And they're just the most amazing, cuddly, fluffy dogs I've ever had in my life. I'm going to break down this guide into a few sections: appearance, temperament, health, grooming specifically. I'm also going to talk about puppies and what to expect when you get a puppy. And last but not least, I'm going to give you some of my personal thoughts since owning this breed for a few years. The Old English Sheepdog is a very old, large breed of dog. They originate from England and they belong to the herding family. They are super friendly, sweet, very smart and loving. They're also very sociable, and they have a huge personality, so much more of a personality than any other dog that I've owned. OES have been bred for centuries, and in their early days, over 200 years ago, were bred solely as working dogs on farms or other rural properties, hence their tails being docked to show that they're working dogs. Olive, you want to go see Billy? Olive, let's go. Okay, go see Billy. Olive, no, out. Sheepdogs are a pretty big-sized dog. They have a double coat of long, shaggy hair that's usually white and grayish silvery color. Sometimes they come in a bluish color also. Really, blue is just a slight hue of blue amongst the gray. They have floppy ears that hang down, and they also have a bear-like walk. You know, like sometimes I refer to Molly as a polar bear or a panda bear because the way they walk, especially when you look at them from behind, it's like a bear. It's incredible. Even when you look at their feet, you know, their paws, you can't even really see the details of the feet because it's just covered in hair. They're very beautiful, very solid, strong dogs. Males commonly weigh between 80 and 100 pounds, and females between 65 and 90 pounds. Molly here, she tips the scales at 90 pounds, and that's like the upper level for a female because she's so solid. You know, she grew up here on our 90 acres. She has free roam of the farm, and she built up a lot of muscle mass. Plus, she has a lot of good food from all the fresh chicken and duck that we raise here on the farm. How you doing, buddy? You okay? You okay, Dexter? Old English Sheepdogs have very few health issues on average compared to other breeds of dogs, but of course no breed is without issues. OES usually live somewhere between 10 and 15 years. Some of the health issues that you do need to keep an eye out for are hip dysplasia, thyroid issues, diabetes. They can have some ear issues and eye issues like cataracts or glaucoma or something. Cancer is also common in the Old English Sheepdog, as is heat stroke. And that's mainly because, you know, they're double coated and they're very suited for cold climates. So you got to make sure you provide them a cooling area, you know, like shade. They also need plenty of exercise. I mean, any dog needs plenty of exercise, but the Old English Sheepdog is very suited to a rural environment. And in our case, Molly and Olive here have free run of the farm. They get plenty of exercise every single day, and I feel like we're providing them a really good life here at the farm. And I have heard stories, you know, any dog owner goes through ups and downs in their lives with their dogs, and it really saddens me and kills me inside when people tell me stories about how they had to put their dog down or how they're having some serious health issues. And I mean, us so far for these past few years, Molly is very healthy, Olive here is very healthy, and I mean, we couldn't ask for anything more from these dogs, really. Molly, what are you doing? You're sitting in the snow. You're sitting in the snow. Look at you. You're covered in snow. Look at your face. You try to be in the bottom of a snowman? What the heck? Let's go. Let's go. Come on, shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Yeah. An Old English Sheepdog's temperament is very sweet and playful. I've never seen these dogs aggressive towards anyone or anything. And I mean, we have barn cats here at the farm, mini pigs, chicken, duck, geese, and some rabbits. And I've never even seen them attacking or, you know, mauling any of these creatures. Now, I've never seen these dogs attempt to harm any of our farm critters. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't want to chase them. These Old English Sheepdogs are herding dogs, and they really have a natural instinct to want to direct an animal a certain way. So, you know, you got to watch out for that. You know, you just keep on the discipline and keep saying no. You don't want them to herd people or anything. But so far, in our experience with these dogs, is that they're just so sweet. They have this protective nature about them. Olive here has a very different personality than Molly. Both dogs are very sweet. Two major differences between Olive and Molly. One of them is the hair. Olive's hair is very fine, very flowing, you know. Molly's hair is very coarse, very dense. The other is that Olive is a very vocal dog, and she growls a lot when she's playing, and she barks a lot. She's very protective. Any little sound that she hears, she's gonna bark. I feel like she has a lot more of a livestock guardian dog instincts than Molly does. To this day, Molly will come up and just gently, you know, push her nose into your leg. And I think that is A, she's trying to get your attention, and B, you know, she's a herding dog. They do have herding instincts, natural instincts. So just be aware what you're getting into when you're dealing with a herding dog. A little bit of discipline goes a long way, though. You know, with Olive and Molly, I say no 10,000 times. And once they understand the word no, that's it. Forget about it. I can say no for anything, and they listen. Olive, come here. Did you steal that egg? Hey, that's no, okay? See this? This is no, okay? Watch out for the geese. Watch out for the geese. This is no. They're extremely adaptable dogs. They can be suited for any living condition, although a rural setting is ideal for this breed. They're very active as young pups, and as they age, they become a lot more lazy, just like my Molly. They are extremely loyal dogs, and they can suffer from separation anxiety when they're left alone. Good to start training them from a young age to be left alone for short periods of time, and that way it's less likely to develop the separation anxiety, because folks, let me tell you from my experiences that these dogs are extremely loyal, extremely. They want to be by your side every step of the way. And wherever I walk, look, She's right here as I'm talking. Olive is right here. Wherever I go around the farm, Molly and Olive are keeping me company. Wherever I go inside the house, they're keeping me company. If I'm eating my dinner, they're lying there on the ground waiting for the crumbs. If I'm editing my YouTube videos, they're right there, lying down while I'm editing my videos. They're very, very sweet and loyal dogs, and I can't believe it. They're the most amazing dog that I've ever had in my life. Old English Sheepdogs have the most incredible personality. And I mean, it's very difficult to describe, but they're very playful, very loving, very sweet. They have like a clown type behavior, you know? They're always trying to make you laugh. They're like comedians. They feel the need to want to put a smile on your face, and I think it makes them feel good when they do. Very intelligent, very social dogs. Molly and Olive are always very friendly toward other dogs, and they're also incredible as family dogs due to their sweet but protective nature. You can't go wrong with an Old English Sheepdog. Of course, I'm a promoter for these Old English Sheepdogs. I love our dogs. They're an amazing breed. I'm so happy that I found myself attached to this breed. I feel like I'm never going to have another breed again. Once you go OES, you never go back. I keep a little kit, and this is where I keep all my grooming supplies. They're a shaggy dog, but the good news is they don't shed. Yeah, these dogs don't shed. They have a double coat though, so as you're brushing them out, the hair will fall out naturally. And that's basically how you get rid of all the dead hair. So you don't really have a big mess of fur anywhere in the house because they don't have fur, guys. They have hair. Now let me just show you a bit of the type of gear that we use. You guys must have seen this kind of hair brush, you know, it's got these fine tooth little metal tines. This is really good. Keeps it nice and smooth and flowing. This little tool is perfect for removing those tiny burrs. Because if they get burrs in there, guys, it's over. Forget about it. We have this two-sided brush. You know, one side has got soft bristles, the other side's got hard bristles, and again, it's just an extra tool for your toolbox for the grooming. And this little brush is very important too. I don't know what you call this brush, but basically if you look at it, one side is hooked, the other side's hooked at a different angle. Also, this has more space in between, and this side is a tighter fit. And these are just good for getting out the knots, getting out whatever matting there could be, and it's very important to keep your sheepdog groomed. Now the trick with Old English Sheepdogs is you want to keep them brushed very regularly. Some people say you got to do it 1 hour every day. Some people say you got to do it 3 hours every day. And I say everybody's got a life. You know, it's not all entirely easy to spend hours and hours every day to brush out your dog. It's also very important to start grooming your dog at a young age so that they become used to it. You don't want them to freak out when you're brushing them. How about you, Olive? You want some too? They also get those little morning stars right in the corner of their eyes, eh? So you got to take that out every day. Oh, look who showed up! It's the Fuzzy Bear! He wants to get groomed too! Now Molly here, she gets the hugest eye clumps. Let me see. Let me see. See that, guys? You're stuck. Good girl. Yes. 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 You're a good girl too. You're a good girl too. Don't knock the camera over. Don't knock the camera over. Whoa, whoa. Grooming time is a special time for the family. So the long story short is that although Old English Sheepdogs don't shed, they gotta get a lot of grooming. So be aware, gotta have a grooming kit. Now Molly here, she goes to a professional groomer every 6 weeks because really I just don't have time on the farm to take care of it properly. Olive, she's a little bit too young still. She's not even a year old, so her hair is still very fine, so we're not really worried about it yet. Now let's switch over and talk about Old English Sheepdog puppies for a minute. The puppies of an Old English Sheepdog are probably the most cutest, cuddly plush toy puppies you've ever seen. Now that's my personal opinion. They start off black and white, and they don't really get their gray colorings until you comb out all of the old hair, and that usually starts to happen somewhere in between 8 and 12 months. Like I said earlier, they're very intelligent dogs, so it's important to start their obedience training relatively young. We started Molly at 9 weeks old, and she learned how to sit and stay very young. Olive here was given to us by a YouTube viewer, and you know, she came to us already starting the training, but we just continued the training, you know, teaching her to sit, teaching her to stay, teaching her to come, all those kind of things that you need to teach any dog breed. Because these puppies have so much energy, it's important that they have a good amount of rest time and sleep so that they can recharge their batteries. But other than that, same old, same goes for any other dog breeds, puppies, cute as can be, and they grow up to be such amazing dogs. Not a word of a lie when I talk so good about these dogs, folks. You know, these Old English Sheepdogs have really taken my heart. And I really feel like I'm never gonna have another dog breed again because they're just such amazing dogs, and I love them so much, and I know that they love me so much. They're great with the animals, they're great with kids. Couldn't ask for anything more than one of these Old English Sheepdogs, and I'm so happy that I found this breed. I love you, kiddo. You too, Olive. You too. You too. I love you too, kiddo. And for even more in-depth detail on these Old English Sheepdogs from an owner's perspective, here's a video down below that you can click, and it's my Old English Sheepdog owner's review.